Coffee Bean Farm Part 2. You better have watched the first part. Day 21, Sunday. Went to the cart, but not before petting to the bean. And then checked my fortune. It was neutral, so I wasn't nervous. I checked the card, and it seemed the fortune teller was wrong. Because it wasn't neutral. It was awful. Oh, I should have known when it was raining. I went straight to bed knowing full well that going to the mines level 40 would be faster than this awful lady.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Now comes the real conflict. If this is how it's gonna be, I might get the bean after summer. So should I buy the femur bone with the money I had, or... Because I don't want to fight those stupid slimes with this toothpick I have. But my bad luck hit hard. Because Marlin doesn't open until 2 p.m. Why do these village shops have such awful timings? So I walked to the mines. The third time I died in the 9th level. How am I gonna reach level 40 at this point? I lost 200 gold and 3 items. I reached bed at 1:30 p.m. But at least on the bright side, I can now craft the staircase. Day 23. I forged a bit of the foot, then accidentally bought the femur bone.
Pooja, what is this behavior?
And sold that toothpick. Then searched for Harvey to gift him, but it got too late, so I went to bed. Day 24. I woke up to check my awful fortune and went mining, only to find out it was the flower dance. Then got rejected by Harvey, but the fortune was right, because I couldn't ask Evelyn to the dance. I mean, George can't dance anyway, so might as well dance with me.
Knock knock! Who is there? A mirror! I am lonely.
Day 25. It was a little lucky according to my fortune teller, so I went straight to the mines. Finally got to level 20, thank God, and then got a bad sword for it. Day 26, Friday. Little good fortune, so I went straight to the cart, only for that to be no coffee bean. So to the mines it is. Passed to level 25, then got a level 3 for a sword. Day 27. The femur bone seemed to be a good investment because I cleared to level 30 pretty easily. But it did get a little too late, so I had to go home. Day 28. No wonder my grandpa fit in here so well. There are so many old men here. Met another one today, but this one was sweet. He gave me a training fishing rod so I could fish more, but sorry Billy, not in this life. I reached level 35 in the mines. Though there were zombies and ghouls, they were a lot easier than bees and slimes. I realized it was Sunday, but It was already closing time, so I had to go to bed. Day 39, or should I say, summer day 1. A new season, a new me. Reached level 40 in no time, and the mines finally got a slingshot, and now time to slay some dust mites. They didn't drop a bean, but they dropped a drop artifact. Day 30. Crafted a chest to set near the mine so I could farm more easily and keep more food in them, and then went to the mines. The 43rd floor, I was slaying dust mites after the other, getting coal again and again. Then one of them tried to get my butt when I swiftly turned and killed it in one strike. I noticed it left something behind. I audibly gasped when I realized I, the bean boss, had found my first coffee bean. I ran home and planted it. I cleared some overgrowns only to realize I did not have a scarecrow recipe, but it was getting too late, so I had to go to bed, praying to Yoba to protect my little bean that night. But there was an earthquake that night. Day 31. Yoba answered my prayers, protecting my little bean from the earthquake, and had grown into beautiful little saplings. Me and Jitterbean stood there protecting little bean. Finally, the bean family is complete, but I had to leave to donate some items to the museum, leaving Jitterbean to protect our little bean. Now, finally, I had time on my hands, so I went to the town for some romance.
Don't you get it? I want to go on a date.
I gave Harvey a daffodil, and when I was about to give Evelyn a flower, when Pam came in front of me and stole it. I went to the deep forest to find a flower especially for Evelyn, and her sweet words made it all worth it. Day 32, I watered Little Bean and went to Clint to break some of the rocks because I didn't know what to do. Did the same again because I didn't realize I was losing money to Clint, but wasting that money didn't matter since they were not coffee money. Little Bean grew a little taller, so I debated if I should buy Speed Grow, but buying something from not coffee money would discourage Little Bean, so I let him grow in Little Bean's own speed, and I stood there admiring Little Bean when I noticed it was Friday, though I had Little Bean. And I also didn't have the money for the lady anyway. I couldn't hold my curiosity, so I went to check, and no, she did not have the coffee bean. This answer made me more grateful for Little Bean and the dust mite that died giving me this wonderful gift. I stayed with Little Bean, giving my bean words of affirmation till 10:20 when I went to bed. Day 34, when I opened my beanie eyes, the atmosphere looked a little green. Got me worried for my little bean. I cleared some overgrowns near little bean and headed straight to town to see what was wrong. Louis told me that the rain wasn't dangerous. But when I checked on Evelyn to see her with George, Evelyn was stressed, which scared me too, so I stayed with Jitterbean and Little Bean for the rest of the day. Day 35, waiting for Little Bean to grow, I cleared up the farm and found that the traveling lady still refused to sell me coffee beans. At this point, it felt personal that she doesn't like coffee. Day 36, went to Harvey and gave him a dandelion, and then had a chat about our little coffee dream, and then went to see my love Evelyn, giving her a sweet pea in front of her husband, showing who is in her heart. And then I got my first heart with both Evelyn and Harvey. Day 37, since there was nothing to do, I thought I might as well go mining. But what I didn't know that Yoba was watching over me. Because Little Bean got a new friend. Big Bean. The second coffee bean off my farm. I gently planted the bean, whispering words of affirmation to both my beans, and went to bed. Day 38. I waited in front of the clinic from 6 a.m. to give Harvey a leak, and then gave my beloved Evelyn a sweet pea. Then I had to stroke Alex's ego so he supports me when I steal Evelyn from his grandfather.
You fool.
I socialized for the first time, and then destroyed nature, and then went to bed. Day 39, I just went mining all day till my energy was gone. I may or may not have bought Speed Grow just to find out I can't put it in already planted soil. But then I met Evelyn and gave her a shoulder to cry. After a fight with George, waiting for my beans to grow, I had to find love. Little Bean had finally grown. I planted all the junior beans and did a ritual dance in the rain to celebrate my first harvest and many more to come. I watered all my beans and checked on the traveling lady just to realize I never noticed she had a purple pig pulling her cart, and this lady still didn't have the coffee bean. Thank Yoba I didn't have to wait for her. Reached level 50 in the mine, so I had to say goodbye to my precious coffee boots, but also said hello to my new coffee boots. Day 43. Little Bean has grown 4 more beans, so I planted 3 and sold 1 to Pierre just to realize one bean that I spent months searching for, and that one bean which cost 2,500 gold from the traveling lady is only 15 gold sold to Pierre. How am I supposed to get a greenhouse before autumn, or even join Joja membership? I don't know. I cried in bed that night. Day 44. I panicked. That is the only way to describe my reaction. I sold boots, swords, forgeables, everything I collected to make money for the greenhouse. But I could only get 5,000 for the membership at this point. I might sell my soul to Joja. Day 45. I panicked even more now. I thought I could fall back on these things if something happened, but they were not enough. I broke rules and so my oars, but it was still not enough. Every single thing I owned, it was not enough. Not enough to even buy a second membership. How am I supposed to buy a greenhouse with this? Day 46. I took all my furniture to Robin to try and sell them since the shipping bin wouldn't accept it. I waited in her shop till 6 p.m. Then she came back to close the shop. Since I didn't want to stay and do nothing that day, I went and bought the Joja membership. Watching my money go down to 3334. That should be a sign from the angels, right? That's an angel number. Maybe it's a sign from Yoba that I'm doing right. Right? Day 47. Dad sent me some money. I was grateful, but it wasn't enough for the greenhouse. I took all my furniture and went straight to Robin, stood outside her house till 9 a.m., but she refused. She refused to buy all my stuff. I didn't know what I would do. I sold every single thing I owned. My chest was empty, except for the things no one would buy. I tried selling my clothes too, but no one would buy them. I would sell this bed too, if anyone would buy them. Day 48. I started my beans that would die in 10 days. I mined and died for them. Could I have done something different? Maybe I should have started mining sooner, or I should have forged better. Maybe if I checked the traveling lady on the first day, she could have had the coffee bean. Maybe I shouldn't have followed Grandpa, or maybe I shouldn't have liked coffee in the first place. I stared and stared at the beans. I put so much effort on everything. The raindrops looked like hearts I once had for them, but now I don't know. It all went dark after. Thank you for watching. It's a dream to see you. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. Like and subscribe for more content like this.